Welcome, now, dear friends, to the Thursday edition of Fresh Bread. Here it is, Thursday, October 12th, 2023. Reverend Phil Anderson here with you, pastor of Oakland and Kansas Avenue United Methodist Churches here in good old T-Town, Topeka, Kansas. So glad you can spend a few minutes of your day with me. I'm very honored that you would take a few minutes. Hey, I hope you're passing this message along to other people, encouraging them to check it out. It's not hard to find. You found it, right? It's at kaumc.church. Thanks to Tom Lynn once again for putting these on. If it wasn't for Tom, I'd just be talking into my phone, and that's as far as this would ever go. But thanks to Tom, it does go out beyond this. I know people listen to it here in Topeka, maybe in the state of Kansas, in the United States, around the world. I have had people who have let me know they listen to it and they don't live anywhere near Topeka. So I really am honored that you would take a few minutes of your time. Most of these only go about 4 or 5 minutes, sometimes less. Is this idea of the small group. And some of you may have been in small groups, and that's great. You know, I'm to the opinion that whatever was done in the past, you can probably use part of now. You may not want to try to duplicate things. We're in a different time frame. We got different people. We got different needs. Just everything has changed, hasn't it? In just even the last few years, it seems like things have really changed. And I feel in some regards like people really feel as if they're just really struggling. They're just trying to get everything accomplished, just survive in advance, one day at a time. And I want to share that I believe the small groups have a place. And I've been in small groups, as I was telling you yesterday, and I feel like they have a very important place to play. The ones that I was saying that really were the most effective were ones that nobody up above told us we were going to do. They were not being organized by the larger church. In other words, they were just ones that people started and that they invited people to come and be a part of. And that's really what made those small groups so special, was that it was something we really wanted to do. And so, we can encourage it, but we don't have to try to shoehorn it in. We did a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things we were saying was, do people want to have small groups? And there weren't many people who signed up. And as I said at the time, this doesn't mean that people aren't interested completely. It may just be that they either didn't have enough information or they didn't want to commit to something. I know everybody's busy, and some of the things I've tried to do, again, this past year, were, I would say, things that I learned from, because I found out that not everybody's going to be available when I'm available. On the other hand, that doesn't mean I'm going to quit trying new things. But the reason I think the small groups are important is that it gives us a chance to get together in a non-church setting so often. And so I would advise and encourage people to set aside some time and pray about this. And maybe God's wanting you to open up your door. Maybe you have 2 or 3 people that you're familiar within the church that you guys would benefit from your company and time of reading in the Bible together and just sharing and praying. You don't have to be a Bible scholar. You don't have to memorize half of the book of Ephesians. You can just be yourself. And I think that's what was so nice about the Bible studies that I was at in different people's homes that I had been blessed to be a part of. And that was that they were all pretty much things that were started by the individuals in the group. Again, nobody from the up above on the higher levels of the church leadership said, hey, you guys need to get a small group started. They just were things that people came together and did. And so I would love to see that, and that is my prayer. I do believe one of the reasons people are reluctant to do it is they don't know how to lead a group. And so that's where, again, I want to encourage you to go online and just do a Google search for Living on the Edge with Chip Ingram. And when you do that, there's a free tab up on that right top portion, as I recall. I'm out walking right now. You might hear the cars go by and people talking, dogs barking, and car doors slamming, and just people enjoying this beautiful day. But listen, get on there and see what he has to say. He has like little 5-minute videos that are just really excellent. And they tell us and encourage us on how to do a small group. The one thing I will say is this, and I'll let you go on this note. If the group is going to have any long-lasting effect, someone's got to lead it. And everyone has to be under going in the same direction. And I hope that direction would be that you are going to be students of the Bible. and not ones that are discussing lots of other things. It's not a book club. It's not a social club. It's a Bible study. So you should study the Bible and use that as your main textbook. If you have any outside resources, again, use Right Now Media. And, you can be confident you're going to be on the right track. I'm always concerned that people are not always going to be adhering to some of those real basic, fundamental Christian beliefs. And it's real easy to bring in other teachings that maybe don't agree with Scripture. So that would be my only word of caution. But if you open the Bible, you have a good study Bible with good footnotes, man, you can just open it up and just start talking about it and just play off each other. It's a lot of fun. You get the relationship started. It's a blast. And, maybe you don't want to open up your home. I know some people, I got to clean my house up. Well, you don't have to clean your house up. Meet at McDonald's. Get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just sit and visit for a while. Pick a time that's conducive for you and those that you would like to invite. And again, that's the lesson that I will share that I learned. I won't say the hard way, because I think I already knew it, but I will say I learned that this year. If I hadn't known it before, I sure know it now. And that is, make sure it's a good time for people to get together. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about just some of these ideas that are out there that we've discussed. And I hope you'll come back tomorrow on Friday for more fresh bread. Hey, thanks for joining me. God bless you. Have a great rest of the day today. We'll try to get back into 2 Peter next week, but just wanted to go over a few things with you this week, and we will talk to you more tomorrow. Remember, Call University classes, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. tomorrow. That's Friday on the Oakland campus, and that's Northeast Sardu and Chester over in the Oakland area of Northeast Topeka. It's just up the street to the west of the Dollar General and the Quick Shop, and just a little bit to the east of the Oakland Community Center. So I hope you can come tomorrow, whether you've been there before. We've only had one session so far. Come and bring a friend. We look forward to seeing you, God willing, on Friday at Oakland. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow on Friday for more fresh bread. Until then, God bless you. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you then.